Listen. Most of the time, and you can go back and look at this, this is true. I normally don't steal content, but I'm going to be completely honest. I'm robbing the shit out of a Cheeto. He posted a video today, and not going to lie, the topic just looks perfect. Okay? It does. So I'm taking it. It's a woman that was on the Whatever podcast that is somehow only slightly less delusional than Gorlock. Very slightly. Like, she's basically the same person. Anyways, a Cheeto's video will be in the description. Here's the delusion.
Ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Their looks, physical looks, scale 1 to 10. We'll start with you. We'll go around the table. Go ahead.
All right, hold on. Listen, I haven't watched the Cheetos video yet, okay? I saw the thumbnail and just started recording. So I'm going to drop a prediction here. She's going to either go straight for a 10, like 98% of fat bitches do, or it's going to be unreasonably high, like a 7, okay? Let's just be clear here. She's a 2. At best. She's a 2 on a good day.
8.
I fucking told you. 8? No, that's insane. There's actually no way she thinks that. No fucking way.
So 8.5.
Bro, okay, hold on. I know I'm pausing a lot. Like, I'll stop yapping soon. But there is no fucking planet where this woman says she's half a point more attractive than this thing. I'm not gonna lie, she is an 8.5 or a 9. Like, I'll fully agree with that. But if I'm this woman going into this ranking with the fucking circus animal next to me giving herself an 8, bro, I'm saying like 15. I'm saying like 15. Dog, I am not giving myself half a point more than this fucking thing next to me. It's not gonna happen. If this is an 8, then this is a 15, 100%. You would not catch me saying I'm half a point better than that. There's just actually no way.
8.5.
I'm a 10. 7.
8.
6.5.
I'd say 7.58, 4.
That's lower than last time. I used to say 6. I'm a 5.
In front of all these beautiful women, how could I ever not humble myself down to a 4, really?
Okay, I'll stop pausing, I swear. But look at the fucking disconnect. You can just tell that this side of the table is just radiating delusion. Like, bro, this guy gave himself a 6.5, but this is an 8? Okay, bro. All right. This dude saying 8 is probably fair. But, like, again, if I'm him in this situation, I'm fucking saying 15, dude. Because these two are not the same. In no fucking planet are these two the same. No way.
Do you think
you're 7.5?
I said 8.
Oh,
yeah, get it right.
How
Andrew.
did you
Get it right,
How did you
Andrew.
come to that value judgment?
Because I don't put within my value within a rigidity. That's not the right word. Rigidity. Thank you.
Rigidity, yeah.
I don't put that within that rigidity of certain, I guess,
Value judgments.
more subjective opinions about what value is. Because I know my value, I know my worth, and I know my beauty that I hold within myself for myself, and that is appreciated by other people. Because at the end of the day, beauty is subjective, and it is absolutely within my right to hold myself to a higher value in how I conduct myself in the world around me.
Jesus Christ. Here we go. All right, I've talked about a ton of delusional people in the past, and the one reoccurring trend that I see every single time is when trying to like defend themselves, they just go on these long ass yap sessions where they literally just throw out buzzwords, hoping to God that they accidentally form a sentence. They are basically the talking version of button mashing. Like swear to God, they're just legitimately throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. And gotta be honest, this shit didn't stick, dog. That might have been the most retarded shit I've heard in my entire life. She basically said that she doesn't put her values into subjective opinions, but then says 5 seconds later that beauty is subjective. So basically, what she means is that she's fucking delusional, okay? She doesn't put her value into people's opinions. Unless that opinion is positive, then oh yeah, absolutely, right? Their fucking ego goes through the roof. That's literally the definition of delusion, okay? You can't take criticism. That is how 95% of people end up being morbidly obese. Because instead of coping with criticism and like learning from it, they just shut it out because bettering yourself is it's just too fucking hard. They would much rather just be a loser. That's it. That's just how this shit works. Also, Beauty is subjective, 100%. But when ranking yourself, nobody asked that question for you to actually rank yourself. They're not asking that, because if they were, the answer would be 10 for literally everybody, 100% of the time. They're not asking what you think of yourself. They're basically asking, do you have the awareness required to take all the feedback you've been given from other people and craft a reasonable ranking from those opinions? They're basically asking you to rank yourself on the objective definition of beauty, a definition that this woman does not fit into, like, at all. Not even a little bit. 8 is fucking insane. I understand that you've had people call you beautiful. There's a lot of fucking people in the world. I could be born as a damn rock and I would still have people that are sexually attracted to me. That means absolutely fucking nothing, okay? You're not an 8. Matter of fact, you ate too much, dumbass.
What are you doing to come up with that other than, I just think that we should have high self-esteem because I just think so.
Because I know I'm a good person. Because frankly, if we want to get aesthetic, I don't have a busted face. I'm fat. And if people want to reduce my value because of my fatness, that's not my problem. And that is not the ideology I hold for myself.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly it right there. That's it. It is so much easier to just call people giving you criticism haters than to actually change. Yes, there are people that are just hating because they're dicks, okay? Like that is, yeah, that's true. But dog, that's not everybody. And if 98% of people are saying you're fat as shit and not attractive, they're probably right. Okay? Who gives a single fuck that that's not the ideology you hold for yourself? No one cares. No one. Just because you think you're hot doesn't mean it's true. I think I'm packing, but we all know my dick's tiny. Like that's not an opinion. Okay, that's fact.
I am someone who is pursuing weight loss, not for aesthetics, not for looks, but for my health. And it is something I'm moving forward with because I have been for the past 2 to 3 years now working on my self-love and loving myself into a place to care enough about myself to take my health back into control. When I was being consistently shamed when I was gang stalked on r/fat people hate in 2015, when I have
Looks like it works.
I'm still speaking.
I mean, it looks like it works.
I'm still
right?
speaking.
It works because you're going to change.
You're really great at over talking and being disrespectful, and I'd love the opportunity to get my point across.
All right, listen. It's great that she's pursuing weight loss like that. Yeah, absolute W. Okay, she gained, maybe an ounce of my respect. But saying it's not for aesthetic purposes and it's for health reasons is fucking cap, bro. That's cap. You're coping, okay? You're actually coping. You know you're ugly. Like, let's just put that in place. You know you're ugly, so you're changing it because you're ugly. Again, very cool. Very cool that she's trying to change. Very cool that she's trying to lose weight. I hope she does. But saying it's for health that's horseshit. It's horseshit. If you gave a single fuck about your health, you would never have gotten that big in the first place. You just wouldn't have. And like, here's the thing. These like morbidly obese women will argue for days that they're like super happy with their lives. But notice how this woman says she's been working on loving herself, and the first thing she does is start losing weight. I mean, the way she explained it, it was a lot of extra steps. She was like, well, I'm starting to love myself now, and I started working on my health, and I came up with the genius conclusion that I should maybe lose a few pounds. Like, aside from the extremely copium-fueled explanation, the fact is she started working on her happiness, so she lost weight. It's like, bro, there's no fucking way in hell you can be happy being that fat. It's just not true. It's not true. And if you say you are, you're lying to yourself. It's cap, okay? It's 100% cap.
Okay, but so just to cut in here a little bit, the original question was rate your looks. Because
Yeah.
you mentioned your personality, you have a great personality or whatever it is.
And like I said, my fatness doesn't devalue me.
Why?
So I'm an 8.
Why doesn't it?
Because I think that fat
'Cause you
can
think.
be beautiful. It's my assessment about looks, right?
Perspective.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
why
okay.
is it that your
Why
own
ask
assessment
her
of
to
your
tell
looks
them their
has
perceptions were-
nothing to do with how the external world perceives you? That's my
Because I
problem.
don't give a
How
shit.
can
Right, because you don't care, so there's no
I
real
don't
value
care
judgment.
I don't care about other people's
how can
opinion
you-
of
how
me.
can
It's
you
not more
speak for
important
the
than the
rest
opinion
of
of
the
I hold of
world?
myself.
There it is. There it is again. I'll say it one more time. It is so much easier to live in delusion than to better yourself. It is. It's so easy. You just put on the I don't give a shit mentality. And just like that, you're fucking delusional. There's a difference between having thick skin and not giving it. Not giving a shit just gives you an excuse to live life with zero repercussions. Oh, I said something racist and now everyone's mad at me. Oh, well, too bad. I don't give a shit. Like, there's a big difference between that and just having thick skin. Having thick skin is just being able to tell what is criticism and what is shit talk. Okay? You shouldn't change because of shit talk. But repeated criticism, I don't know, man. I think maybe you should change. I'm just saying. Okay? If 98% of the world is calling you fat as shit, but then 2% are like, oh yeah, you're okay, you should probably change. I don't know. All I'm saying is when you don't give a shit, this is what happens. This is what happens. Don't ever live your life with that mentality. It's fucking stupid.
If there's a value judgment of how you would self-assess your own looks, the only possible conceivable metric I could even think of would be the perception of how other people view you for your value judgment
And
of
I
how
was in
you
a
look.
relationship for almost 8 years with someone who thought my body
how could
was
you
the
ever
most
come up with a
beautiful
metric?
thing he had ever seen.
That was perceptive.
And
You
he had
just
told me
decided
that
those were the things that you
more
were being
often
told.
than not.
All right, I don't know if y'all heard that past the massive amount of yap in this room, but she basically said that she was in a relationship for like years with some dude that said her body was the most beautiful thing ever. And honestly, I believe her. I do, because I've seen men that are like this. And that's another issue where like men will just have like fat kinks, right? That's clearly what this is. They'll have fat kinks, then go on to praise these women, and it just gives them massive fucking egos. Which, again, is just another reason to have thick skin. Another part of having thick skin is being able to decipher bullshit. And if you get a compliment for something that is clearly not good, you shouldn't actually take that to your value. I mean, obviously accept the compliment, like, cool, but don't get a big ego. Because, bro, if someone likes you, they will glaze. They are going to glaze. That is just what they fucking do. If someone likes you, they glaze. That's how this shit works. I get comments all the fucking time that are like, you're the funniest person on YouTube. Which, first of all, if you're one of the people that frequently comments and supports me, thank you. I love you. But those comments, though I do take the compliment, I mean, obviously I take the compliment. I'll take what I can get, but I don't actually think that's true. I'm not kicking my fucking feet up in the air. They could be funny. Like that's just not. It's just not how this works, because I know that that's fucking cap. There are plenty of people that are far funnier than me, and I know that they know they exist. You just can't be delusional, and that's fucking delusion.
Go ahead.
He had told me that more often
Wait,
than
can
not.
you speak straight into
Yeah, he had told me that more often than not. I have been pursued by many men who think I am gorgeous and beautiful. That perception exists whether you have it or not.
Oh, okay. Okay, so if that perception of you does exist, then how often would you say it happens? Oh, about 20% of the time? Okay. Well, then you're a 2, you fucking dumbass. That's how this shit works. You're smart enough to know that some people think you're beautiful, but most people think you're ugly. You're smart enough for that, but you're not smart enough to fucking put it in a ranking. Come on, bro. You're not smart enough to take the percentage of people like, 8 people called me fat as shit, but 2 of them are like, oh, okay, that's cool. So, if we just do simple fucking math, I'm a 2. No, that's just, no, I'm an 8. Flip that, I'm an 8. Fucking retard.
Okay, so assume for a second, I can assume inside of, I can envision a world where you're the only human being who's inside of the world.
And guess what? I'll
And
never
if
be
you're
the only one who thinks
and
I'm
if
hot,
you're-
and I know that bugs the shit out of you,
If you're the
dude.
only human being who's inside of a
Because it
world,
was only
I can
self-esteem opinion.
perceive that I can come up with whatever metric I want for myself, because I have nothing to compare it to. So if I have nothing to compare it to and I have nobody else's value judgment, then I can say I'm the most beautiful person who's ever lived, and that would be true. But if I have the value judgment of hundreds of millions of people to compare the standard to, and I know that I'm below that threshold and just decide that I'm above that threshold anyway,
I'm not the only
that's not
person who
based
makes
on
that
anything
decision.
objective. You're just making shit up.
No, I'm
They
not,
asked us
babe.
our opinion, so yes, it was a made-up opinion from us.
Yeah, it is. For sure.
Yeah, but
It's
that
way
was the point.
overstated.
That
What's
was the
true?
point. The only person who's not happy
Your
about that is you.
perception of your truth is not the same for myself or
Thank you. Amen.
anyone
How about
else.
that?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I fucking hate when people do that shit. Just then, when she was like, "Well, you're the only one that's not okay with that. You're the only one." It's like, yeah, dumbass, you're in a room full of fucking delusional people. Of course, they're not going to be on my side. They're all just as stupid as you. It doesn't take away from the fact that I'm just telling the truth, okay? The opinions of 3 dumbasses does not outweigh fact. Not how this shit works. Never will work like that. Ever. I don't even know why you said that. That's so fucking stupid. All right, the next like 10 fucking minutes of this video is just full on yap. Then they go into like this religious bullshit where she's like, well, Jesus would think I'm a 10. He would love me like one of his children. Just the max cope I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, bro, if you're so damn ugly that you have to go, that you have to say Jesus would find me hot, bro, at some point you just gotta admit it, dog. That's fucking insane. But anyways, there's just so much going on. I'm not even gonna show it. You just have to believe me. I'm gonna skip to the end.
Or you do object perhaps to men caring about body count, you think it shouldn't matter so much, you think it shouldn't be such a big deal. What's your body count?
I don't have an exact number, I have an idea.
Range is fine.
Probably somewhere between 50 to 60.
Bullshit. Bullshit. That's bullshit. There's no fucking way in hell that her body count is 60. She's just yapping for the sake of yap. But in the off chance that her body count is that high, that's exactly what I was talking about earlier, where delusional women will take every compliment straight to the ego. I mean, delusional men too. I'm not just saying women do this, but it's like they take every compliment straight to the ego, and it's just so stupid. Like, just like how this woman is like, oh well, I've slept with so many men, so clearly I'm attractive. When that's just not true. The only thing you have to do as a woman to get laid is exist. That's it. It's insanely easy for a woman to get sex because men are biologically designed to have sex. It is like the number one thing that every single creature on the planet is built for. The number one thing. The first thing my dog does when it sees a female dog, hump the shit out of them instantly. Okay, it's not like, well, she's kind of mid. She's like a 2. She's maybe, she's like super. No, it's just straight to humping. Okay, you're gonna get laid if you're a woman. That's just how this shit works. It's not fucking impressive. And honestly, it's super fucking easy, and I still doubt it. That is how repulsive you are, genuinely.
50 to 60, okay. Farah?
0.
Into the mic.
0.
All right, this video is already too long, so this is the last yap sesh. But in what world is a woman that looks like this and is ran through an 8, but a woman that looks like this and is a virgin is only an 8.5? Guys, fucking remember this picture. This right here is the visualization of delusion right there. That's what it is. If you're ever talking to somebody and this fucking image pops up back in your mind, walk away. This right here is fucking delusional as shit. That is actually insane. Whatever, man. Sub to the channel, join the Discord, go watch a Cheetos video. I'm fucking going to bed.